got smoky. Let's go. Oops, you didn't see that at the end. But yeah, good morning. Another beautiful sunny day, but pretty chilly out here. So I basically spent the majority of last night and this morning answering comments or replying to comments on my TikTok about a video I posted about communism. I'm just gonna set you up here while I clean my bowl piece out quick, but if you think that communism either works or doesn't work, either way, I suggest checking out my TikTok and either supporting the content that I've been making or trying to find an argument for why true communism doesn't work, but so far, people are just telling me the problems with capitalism and saying it's communism, which is hilarious. But anyways, I'm about to get changed and do some more plastering and sanding up in that guest room, so I'll set the camera up to do another time lapse. I hope you enjoy it. Getting pretty late now. It's around 9 o'clock. I'm just going through TikTok, doing some video replies to some comments. It's kind of a new format I'm trying out and I'm enjoying it. I've been kind of spamming my page recently. So if you want to check out what I've been talking about on there, make sure to go check out my TikTok at Aqua.ofs, same as my YouTube. Recently I've been talking a lot about how I think communism and socialism, egalitarianism is the best way to go. And basically people have been either supporting or trying to argue against that. But yeah, I also recorded a podcast episode earlier today talking about this same stuff. I gotta edit yesterday's vlog from when you're seeing this footage and that podcast episode and get them scheduled to go up on my YouTube. But by the time you're seeing this, they should already be up. So make sure to check out my page if that sounds interesting to you. But that being said, I'm gonna try and get more clips tomorrow and the coming days, but I feel like I have been wanting to do more podcasting or long form content and getting more ideas out there, you know what I mean? I don't know, I guess I have verbal diarrhea or I've been wanting to blab lately. It's just kind of me shifting my focus and what kind of content I want to make at any which time, and I feel like that's kind of a trait I embody pretty well, because I definitely try to switch what I'm doing when I feel like I'm starting to get stale or not feeling it the same. It happens with my art all the time, where I'll work on music and writing lyrics for songs or recording, and then I get to a point where I'm like, yeah, okay, I've done enough of that for now, and then I go to painting or drawing. And then it's something else after that, and then I switch back to the music, and you know, I keep going. But I try to keep my content like that as well and kind of shift where my focus goes. So sometimes I'm doing more art and posting it on Instagram. Sometimes I'm doing more short form content like I am right now on TikTok. And then sometimes I'm doing more long form content like I have been the past few days and like the past year with my podcast and the vlogs, right? Sorry if the frame hasn't been the best that whole time. Let's go. Good morning. So, just got the vlog for day 10 edited and uploaded. I just got episode 42 of my podcast, The Shit Shooting Gallery, edited, and that's gonna go up later today. What day is it today? Today is the 29th. That's crazy, almost the end of the month. But then, yeah, now I'm just chilling. I was looking up some definitions of words yesterday before I did that podcast episode. And I'll probably copy them and add a few more into this notebook with the lines on it to make it look nicer. Because like I said in that podcast episode, I think it's important for us to know the words that we're using in conversation, to know the definitions of them and the etymology, which is where the words come from and how they evolve over time. But yeah, I'm a word nerd. That's why I love rap. That's why I love podcasting and making short form content talking about social, political issues, because that's what I'm passionate about. And of course, especially philosophy. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that to finish exporting, probably write down some definitions or copy them and rewrite them. And then after that, we're gonna clean up the guest room from the sanding I did yesterday, do a little bit more sanding, make sure everything's good, and then we'll probably start priming, getting it ready to paint later today. Or we'll probably get it ready for primer and paint with the primer later today. Look at that. Let's go. And the vlogs have been doing alright numbers-wise. I can't complain. Thank you so much to everybody who's been watching, liking, supporting. It truly means the world. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Alright, got my work pants on. Nice and dirty still. And now I'm gonna go out for another smoke and get to working. It is chilly out there, so I'm not recording any videos when I go out there. You can see it's sunny, but I think it's like -5 or 6 right now. I have like 1 degree today. Not the nicest, but can't complain. Good morning. I think this is day 12, maybe? Now, 11 or 12. But, unfortunately, I didn't get an outro for last night's vlog, so I'll just kind of keep it rolling into today's vlog. I've been posting a decent amount on TikTok lately, the past 2 or 3 days. If you're interested in seeing my short form content, I highly suggest going over there to check it out, because I've been trying to reply to comments, and if you have comments on the things that I'm saying, drop one and I'd be happy to reply to that. But yeah, in terms of today's work, it is 9:30 right now. I'm up, I've woken up, gotta get some food in me, and then we're gonna go start on the ceiling in that second guest room. And hopefully if we can get that done today, get the primer done tomorrow, and then paint the upper section of that room, I think we'll be in good shape for by the time I head back. We have decided that I'm heading back this Wednesday. Today is Sunday, so I got 3 full days including today. And then, yeah, we'll be heading back on Wednesday, back to Ontario. So if you want to see the rest of this trip up here in Quebec, as well as the content when I get back to Ontario, I highly suggest subscribing, not only to help us build the community, but then you never miss a new video. And I would really appreciate it, of course. You already know, we got Harry Potter on the telly. My mom just went out to get some more ceiling paint and some more brushes and rollers and stuff. So I'm just about to go start painting the ceiling of that second guest room, and I'll set my phone up for a time lapse to show you what it looks like. just got the paint, got some more paint for the brush, and then when I'm done with the edges, then I'll put the rest of the paint in there and start with the roller. So we keep it going. Alright, so as you can see from the time lapse, we got the first layer of paint up on the ceiling. Gotta wait for that to dry for about another hour, and then we can go up and put the second coat, and that should be the ceiling done. As you can see outside here, pretty gray, getting more snow. And they're calling for freezing rain later tonight and tomorrow, so, you know, we'll see how it looks then. But yeah, just want to say I reposted one of my TikToks on my YouTube channel. It's a 5-minute video, so it's too long for YouTube Shorts or for Instagram Reels, but it was somebody who dropped a comment asking me about universal basic income, and I wanted to give a more in-depth answer. It is only a 5-minute video. I highly suggest you check it out if you like the stuff that I talk about, either in these vlogs a little bit or in my podcast. I highly suggest checking it out. I also dropped a podcast episode yesterday that's titled Communism is Not What You Think, where I go more in depth on definitions, and I go through my comments on TikTok to kind of give more in-depth answers on what I think about this stuff, you know? So if that sounds interesting to you, I highly suggest checking it out. I think the podcast episode is only around 45 minutes, so not too bad, and you can put it in like double speed so it would go even quicker. But yeah, if you enjoy this vlog or those videos, please like, share, and comment your favorite parts, or even what you think about what I'm talking about. Because that's what I'm trying to highlight, being able to have conversations with anybody about anything. And if you're checking out the channel, might as well subscribe, not only to help us build the community, but then you'd never miss a new video. Not to mention, I would really appreciate it, and it would mean the world. Our next goal is 50 subscribers, and I think we're 4 or 5 away, so let's get there ASAP, eh? And then maybe our next goal should be 100. That's pretty good. That's awesome. I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed up to this point and who watches and engages with the videos. Like I said, it means the world. But yeah, I'll show you my notebook here. I was looking up definitions last night. A whole bunch of different good ones. And that was actually my second time writing half of those because I rewrote them from this notebook where I wrote them in before. But then I wanted to do it on the lined paper to make it look more neat and organized, right? But yeah, I think those turned out pretty good, and now I got more info in my brain for having these conversations, right? I'm trying not to do it from a place of ignorance. Alright, I've just been chilling for a bit, but it is now 2:30, so I should be good to go up and do the next layer on the ceiling. Let's get it. I probably won't do a time lapse for this one, I'll just show you at the end. Wish me luck. Well, they said we were gonna get some shitty weather tonight and tomorrow, and they weren't lying. Look at this, man. Look at the ground. Waiting for the snow to come back, and it should melt it all away, but damn. And then they're also calling for freezing rain tonight, so we'll see what it looks like tomorrow, you know? I feel like the trees and everything is gonna be covered in ice. My mom also made a good point that if I do want to walk across Canada, I should probably get some practice in, and they actually got a treadmill recently, so I might hop on there for a little bit. I'm just gonna get changed and then hop on there and probably go for a shower after. Walking on the treadmill was good. I'm sure I'm gonna feel it tomorrow, and especially with doing primer, but you know, we'll see how I feel. Now I'm gonna get a smoothie into me and get some more food. all clean and showered up here. I'll show you what it looks like outside quick. Not as snowy anymore, but super windy. So we might still get that freezing rain, or it might blow it a bit off course and it might dodge us. That would be pretty nice. But now I'm just about to record another episode of my podcast, The Shit Shooting Gallery. Hey, listen to that wind, eh? I feel cold just hearing it. But yeah, just finished that podcast talking about UBI, and dinner's about to hit the table, so I'm about to eat that. Alright, good morning. Monday morning now, and it looks like we did get some of that freezing rain last night. I'll show you now. And you can hear it's kind of still going. We got a bunch of plants covered in ice out here. But it says it's supposed to warm up to like 9 degrees today, so we'll see about that. Oh, and I just realized the front screen on the gazebo got blown in. I'm pretty sure it's not too good. So we might have to go check that out later today as well. But yeah, if it's warming up to 9 degrees today, all that ice is probably gonna melt in a lot of the snow that fell yesterday, but it's always interesting to me how much snow or ice falls overnight and then it warms up and then it's basically gone the next day, you know? But yeah, we see how it goes, right? But yeah, this is the end of the video. Sorry I did the intro in the morning instead of last night, and I'll try and get some more footage today for another vlog before I head back to Ontario. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, not only to help us build the community, but then you don't miss a new video. And I'll leave this one here for now, but like I say in all my videos, I love you, stay safe, good luck, and take it easy.